Before China became a single nation, it was a battlefield. 7 powerful kingdoms, fighting endlessly for control. And in the middle of this chaos, a boy would rise and change everything. His name was Ying Zheng. This was the Warring States period, a time when war decided everything. Qin, Zhao, Chu, Yan, Han, Wei, Qi, 7 kingdoms, all enemies. Ying Zheng was born into the Qin kingdom in 259 BCE, but his early life was anything but secure. As a child, he was sent away as a political hostage to a rival state. He grew up surrounded by danger, learning very early that power could disappear overnight. At just 13 years old, he returned to Qin and was crowned king. But a child doesn't control a kingdom. Real power was held by court officials, men who ruled from the shadows. The palace was filled with whispers, plots, and betrayal. At any moment, he could be replaced. But Ying Zheng was not weak. By his early 20s, he made his move. A rebellion rose from within his own court. Instead of running, he crushed it. The conspirators were executed. Those who once controlled him were removed. For the first time, Ying Zheng held absolute power. And that's when his true ambition became clear. He didn't just want to defend Qin, he wanted to end the chaos completely. Not through peace, but through conquest. Starting in 230 BCE, Qin's armies marched across China. Han fell first, then Zhao, after years of resistance. Wei followed soon after. Each victory made Qin stronger and more feared. Then came Chu, the largest and most powerful kingdom. It was a long and brutal fight, but even Chu fell. Yan and Qi were the last. By 221 BCE, there were no kingdoms left. For the first time in history, China was united. Ying Zheng didn't call himself king anymore. He created a new title, Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor. He believed his rule would last forever. Now he faced a new challenge, how to control a land that had been divided for centuries. So he reshaped it. He standardized the writing system so people across regions could understand each other. He unified currency so trade could flow. He built massive roads connecting distant parts of the empire. And to protect the north, he linked defensive walls, creating the foundation of the Great Wall of China. China was no longer just united by war, but by system. But unity came at a cost. Qin Shi Huang ruled with strict laws. Opposition was dangerous. Books that challenged him were destroyed. Scholars who resisted were punished. His empire was stable, but controlled. And then something changed. The man who had defeated every enemy began to fear something he couldn't fight: death. He became obsessed with immortality. He sent expeditions across seas, searching for the secret to live forever. He trusted alchemists, who promised him eternal life. They gave him strange elixirs. He drank them again and again. But many of those elixirs contained mercury, poison. Slowly, his health began to fail. At the same time, his paranoia grew. He trusted fewer people. He rarely stayed in one place. The emperor who controlled everything was losing control of himself. Still, he prepared for what he couldn't escape: death. Near his capital, he built a massive tomb. Inside it, an entire army. Thousands of life-sized soldiers made from clay. The terracotta army, built to protect him in the afterlife. In 210 BCE, Qin Shi Huang died, not in battle, not by an enemy, but from the very potions he believed would save him. His dynasty collapsed soon after, but his idea did not: a single, unified China. Today, he is remembered as both: a ruthless ruler and a visionary leader, because sometimes The people who change the world the most are also the ones who fear it the most.